You don't
Go on, make a joke about using the back end.
No, I'm just saying you don't want to just use the tip.
This is a wholesome Thanksgiving holiday special.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Diaries. Watch straight from the get-go, he's already in for this video. Look at him. He's ready and raring to go, and ready to give thanks to...
How old is Robbie now?
He's 2 and 5 months.
So I haven't slept in 2 and 5 months.
Well,
I haven't had a wink of sleep.
well,
I've been up.
you said that you slept, walked, and you came up and been eating all those bowls of cereal, so...
No, I don't sleep, and I walk, and I come up and have bowls of cereal.
Cool. Anyway, welcome to Daily Diaries. Well, this week is Thanksgiving, and yes, I know I'm British, but he's not.
And usually we don't have decorations up where I'm from until after Thanksgiving, but you know, I think Tom's already explained, like, it's 2020, man. This is a beep this, but it's a fucked up piece of year, right? For a lot of people, all right? I don't like to swear usually, but come on, there are very few words available that describe 2020 as aptly as it was a pile of all right? So we thought we'd start the holidays a little bit early.
Yeah.
And can I get a little sentimental for a second? It wouldn't be me.
Go on. No, it wouldn't be.
I truly believe that one of the ways that humans connect with one another, that we bond, we fall in love, turn love into a family, is through traditions, and we share traditions and we repeat them, and they become almost like the tie that binds the fabric together. And the thing is, especially in a year like this, I sort of said this around the cobbler time, a lot of us, including me and you, and probably a lot of you out there, you don't get to be with your family in the holidays. For me, I've lost family. For you, you've lost family. Probably a lot of people out there have lost family. But you know, those traditions that we built that made the fabric of who we are as couples, as families, that fabric still exists even when they're not near you, even when they're gone. And so sometimes by just doing the traditions that you learn together, you bring them, you breathe them back to life. And I think a lot of us need that in piece of I believe how this piece of year has been 2020. And so Tom said, would you do a little Thanksgiving thing? I said, well, it's weird because we're on this side of the pond, but you know what? In 2020, let's decorate early. Let's do Thanksgiving in the United Kingdom. And these are not, you know, revolutionary recipes. These are the 2 standard, easiest, most common recipes you will find in the United States at Thanksgiving. And at the end of these 2, I'm gonna show you one of the most depressing, pathetic displays of a Thanksgiving in the United Kingdom that, well, even in my heart, which usually tends to see the worst possible outcome in everything, I never thought it could get this bad. Stay tuned for the end. Holy crap, they have no idea how to do it here, but we're gonna bring you 2 dishes from my home country, my family, the fabric that's held us together for so long. And let me tell you, the main ingredients in them are sugar and butter and fat and calories, and let's get as big as we possibly can because 2020 sucked.
Well, if you're still watching after that 4-minute monologue from Lance, then we're about to get going with the sweet potato casserole.
You'll cut it down.
Will I?
Yeah, you're not gonna use all that.
Well, I hope not, because
I was bored.
it's already 4 minutes in and you're still like into this video and you're like...
But you always cut it down.
We've got lots of angles today. We've got angle over there, and we've got angle over here. So you can tell that
And we got Angela Merkel not far from here in Germany.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
But we have lots of angles.
I love Angela Merkel. Don't call her terrible. She's like the hope of the free world.
No, I didn't call her terrible. I called your joke terrible. Okay, so we're gonna start with a sweet potato casserole recipe, and for that, we're gonna need sweet potatoes, brown sugar, eggs, condensed milk, flour, butter, vanilla extract, sugar, walnuts, salt, and butter.
Yeah.
All of the recipe ingredients will be in the description box below as well.
These are for the bottom of the casserole, bottom. And these ingredients are for the top. These are the tops, right? We have tops and bottoms. And much like a gay club in Soho or West Hollywood, there's way more bottoms than there are tops.
You would know.
I've gotten around the block. So what I'm gonna do, because we're gonna do two things. We're gonna do this sweet potato casserole, and then we're gonna do this green bean casserole. I hear our son crying.
I'll go get him.
We are not the boss. I'm not the boss. Tom's not the boss. Tom's bossy. He's very, very bossy, but he's not the boss. The boss in this house is a little tiny 2.5-year-old, and he controls us. He controls everything. And, you know, kind of nice. Not bad. Let go. Stop being the boss. Don't tell Tom, though, because Tom still believes that he's in control of anything. And we are in control of nothing.
I'm back. I'm back.
A lot of people do this really differently. Some people will actually,
Chop them.
well, like peel them and chop them into little cubes. But at the end of the day, you're just gonna mash them, right? So I get rid of these bits that are just
the ends.
useless, right?
Mm-hmm. And don't the skins kind of fall off? Is that the plan?
This is what they do to American boys when they're born.
Oh,
Yeah,
not all of them.
most of them.
When you cut with that knife, you're meant to use the back end of it.
Yeah?
You don't.
Go on, make a joke about using the back end.
No, I'm just saying you don't want to just use the tip.
No. You want to get the whole thing in.
No, we're not in. We're chopping.
And you want to, and you definitely want to utilize the back end. This is a wholesome Thanksgiving holiday special. After you boil them, the skin should just come right off.
Fantastic.
Much like my fingers probably.
Yeah, I'm glad that's over now. Are we chucking it in?
Yeah, check it in.
Chuck it in.
Okay, so I'm gonna put these in. I don't really need to, you can set a timer, but we're not doing that precise. Can I just ask you a favor?
Yes.
Can you not get that close to my face? I haven't had a facial in like a year. I feel horrible. I haven't had sleep in 2 years and 5 months.
Ooh.
God, I hate you.
Ugh.
Do you want
It's gonna go check on the little one again.
He won't sleep. Robbie won't sleep. This did not happen. I definitely do not have a thing of M&S salted caramel ice cream. I don't have this. This didn't happen. It doesn't exist. If you're going to survive parenthood, you have to feed it. Sort of like a cold. You feed a cold. You have to feed parenthood. All right. So do you remember pre-parenthood? Any parents out there? Do you remember being like thin and saying, I can eat anything I want? Yeah, right. Well, now you eat everything you see, and you're no longer thin. But you know, I guess you're very happy and entertained, and your life is full, and so is your stomach. This never happened. If Tom asked, it never happened. I don't even have this. This doesn't exist. Why would I have ice cream? I'm married to an Olympian. Why would I put ice cream in the refrigerator? That would be silly. It's like an occupational hazard. Why invite it into your home? So, it's been 3.5 hours, approximately 10 hours.
A few just talking.
12 hours since Tom's been gone, putting the little one back to bed. And I definitely didn't ramble on into your camera, and I definitely didn't eat any ice cream. So what we can do, because we still have a couple more minutes for those sweet potatoes, though they're gonna get awfully soft. This is not a nice angle. Is this punishment for the... Jesus.
I'm just trying to move this video along.
All right, so we're gonna make the green bean casserole because it's super easy, super fast. I gotta stop looking at myself. I keep looking at myself.
Okay, so green bean casserole.
All right, so we're gonna put it in this dish, which is probably way too small. Should I put it in a slightly bigger dish? Basically, it's 4 cups of green beans.
From a tin.
Tom's brothers got us this bowl for our birthday and for Christmas. For our birthdays and for Christmas. So it's really 4 gifts wrapped up into one. How much did it cost?
A joint present. I don't know.
We love it. It was worth every pence. 4 cups of green beans. It was really just 2 cans, right? 2 cans. Did you get that? Oh, did you get it going in? That was
You were the one who said you wanted this angle and this angle. Yeah, I'm having to film everything on this angle. So on all the other angles, it's going to be me with a camera. And you're the filmmaker here.
He's bitchy. A can of condensed cream of mushroom soup, right? Remember, we're not trying to lose weight. We're trying to
be happy?
Well, just like enjoy ourselves a little bit. Now, my mom used to make this like crazy, and I think it's one of those things that like, it's kind of Mormon, because a lot of things come out of a can. The beans came out of a can. I've made it with real beans before where I boiled them, and can I be honest?
Can you?
That's not funny. That's not even punny. If it seems like we're whispery, it's because we're living in terror that the little guy's gonna wake up again. I am. 1 can of condensed cream of mushroom soup, 2 cans of string beans. You can cook them if you want, 4 cups, but they're kind of better when they're gushy like this. Half a cup of milk. The fattier, the betterier. I think it's supposed to be half a teaspoon. I do a full teaspoon of soy sauce. Why? Because it tastes better. It's a lot of people will say you want like 2/3 of a cup of these like deep fried
crispy onions.
I put at least 3/4 of a cup, and then you're gonna save a bunch. You're gonna need more, another like 3/4 cup for the top. But we're gonna be doing the topping tomorrow, and by we I mean I am.
Yeah, right.
And then pepper, right? And I just say go for it. Just go crazy with the pepper, crazy with the pepper. Just get as much pepper as you can. I mean, who doesn't like flavor, right?
I'll tell you what, when you assaulted that tuna steak.
Oh my God, you're such an idiot. See, the thing is,
that definitely tasted like the ocean.
We used to be. There was a time where, well, at least I was really sophisticated.
Really?
Yeah. For those who haven't read my book, Mama's Boy, you can buy it today. If you haven't read the book, you might believe that I've actually was sophisticated. All right, do you see this goo that we've made? Put this goop in here. Get it all nice and flat. And then we're gonna put that in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius.
That's 180, I think.
Put it on you'll have to look it up.
170.
So we're gonna put it in there for that long. You're gonna see this tomorrow when we do it. And then we're gonna bake it for 25 to 30 minutes in the oven, 350 degrees. And then we're gonna stir it once in the oven, put that other 3/4 of a cup of fried onions on top, and cook it for another 5 minutes.
Delicious.
So this is not the way to do this, but it's the way I'm gonna do it, all right? I'm gonna get rid of all the hot water. Oh, that's all right. And then I'm gonna get him a bit cold. This is the way I do it. It's not the way you have to do it. I'm gonna cool them off a bit. I'm gonna use my hands, ooh, and they're hot, and I'm gonna take the little peels off. You know all those people who spend all that time peeling potatoes? Well, I don't.
Now I'm gonna eat the peel.
All right. It's hot though. But see, it should just come off. It should all just keep coming off, the peels. It's not like I use my fingers for a living, right?
No.
No, I do. I just give them a little douse of cold water. This is what I do. This doesn't mean it's the way you should do it, but this is the way my little family's always done it. Ow, that hurts so bad, and it's part of it. Ow, God. You know, no pain, no gain. Is that right? Is that true?
Absolutely. There we go.
All right, so this is definitely not the healthy version. Do you know why?
Why?
We're gonna start adding things. And what are we gonna add? What do they almost all have in common?
Fat and sugar.
Fat and sugar. So what did we add? 3 eggs, right?
Yum.
3 eggs. Half a cup of evaporated milk.
Condensed milk.
It's evaporated milk. Half a teaspoon, but you can use a teaspoon, of vanilla extract.
Oh, okay. Here's what I thought.
Yeah. The sugar, the salt, which is sticking to the bottom, and then we need to get a 1/4 cup of melted butter. I'm gonna do it like this. That's melty enough, right?
Yeah.
All right. Putting that in, 1/4 cup of melted butter, and then, excuse me, sorry. No, it's right here.
Ow.
Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, not that kind of show. Not that kind of show.
Why are you wearing a sparkly top?
Because I thought I'd be festive.
All right, so I get it sort of like I start it smashing it up all together, smushing and smashing.
I can't say that looks very appealing to me.
This casserole, it's the taste that matters.
Come on, beat it. If Robbie wasn't awake now, he definitely is.
So I'm gonna pour this in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're gonna do the same. We're prepping this for tomorrow. So I'm gonna make the topping, but I'm not gonna cook it yet. This pan's probably a little bit too big for this amount, but whatever. You're gonna make the topping, and then we're gonna put the topping, crumble it all over this. You'll see that tomorrow. And then you're gonna bake it in the oven for about 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my gosh, we're back again.
It's like 4 a.m. and we're not done with this yet. He keeps waking up, so I'm gonna, in a whisper, I'm gonna show you just quickly how to do the crumble topping. I'm gonna show you how to top, but we're
Are you sure you want it?
And then we're gonna put the top on the bottom tomorrow, because at a certain point, after you've been up this many times, interrupted this many times, you just lose the mood. But tomorrow, maybe there'll be some tops on bottoms. Ooh, baby, yeah.
Ow.
Quiet. 1 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of flour, and a cup of chopped nuts. Sounds painful. And I don't care, because at this hour, I don't care anymore. It says to use a fork. But let me tell you, the sound of a fork on glass or plates is hell to me.
Just massage it now.
I washed my hand on Monday, and it's like Wednesday now. That's pretty clean. Tablespoons of butter, nice and soft. Nice soft butter. Greasy like a bathhouse in 1978. I don't know what that means.
No, me neither.
Okay. I read it on the internet. But we ain't finishing this tonight.
No, I
We're gonna finish this tomorrow.
I want to watch an episode of The Crown and then go to bed. So we're going to put that in the fridge overnight and we're going to put that on top tomorrow to bake. But for now, I think we're going to have to call it quits tonight and finish tomorrow.
This is why, as parents, you'll understand, we started Thanksgiving a day early and we'll probably still be a bit late. Because Tom's at practice, he's left us to do the turkey, and Nana is gonna film, but we're gonna reveal this turkey, which is the most pathetic turkey I've ever seen in my life. First of all, I don't even eat meat, so already this is like sad to me. But what's really sad is I've never seen a turkey that's smaller than my head. It's the I'm not sure if this is a turkey or a pigeon. This is a pigeon. I mean, I'm grateful you found a turkey because you were trying to be nice to the American, but that's a pigeon. There'll be buttery juices that we're gonna baste it with. Alright, well, honestly, usually there's a struggle to see like how you're gonna fit the turkey into the oven because it's so big and obviously it's gonna take up the entire oven. Since we're having pigeon for Thanksgiving, look at that. Look at that. Fits in nicely. I can even move that tray down and put some rolls on it. You know what that's called? It's called your turkey's too freaking small.
It's, oh, Robbie, you're not meant to put the cranberry sauce on there yet. That's cranberry sauce.
Don't like it, no.
You don't like it? Okay. Well, Papa, get you a new napkin, okay? So, doing the last few finishing touches, and I've worked so hard all day on this dinner.
You have.
I've worked really hard on this dinner.
Yeah, you've been working really hard.
Yeah.
In direct contrast to how hard you've actually worked is how hard your ass is going to get worked later.
Oh!
Yeah, alright.
What are you making right now?
Well, in the south where I come from we call it gravy, but it's really just butter.
Oh my gosh.
And flour and some chicken stock. Although you can use turkey stock, but because our turkey is smaller than my head, it's not making any stock.
That's a pretty big head though.
It is a big head, but let me tell you. The world's smallest turkey!
Oh, look how delicious it looks though. Oh my goodness.
Look at those sprouts too.
And look at this gravy and the cranberry sauce and the mashed potatoes. Lance's vegan stuff. We got stuffing, green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole, some bread rolls, and Nana Debs. Woo! And Lance is on the vino.
I'm gonna get on the vino.
Ooh, yes. Well, Thanksgiving sure was a hit. I am so full now, I can't even explain to you. And just to make it all the more happy and exciting is that I got a delivery in the post from Bella Crochet Society, and it is a blimmin' advent calendar of like crochet goodies. I'm like so buzzing for this, and in the morning I'm gonna get to your question and answer, so I will see you in the morning. So I'm gonna be a little bit quiet for this week. Question and answers. So I'm gonna go over this week's questions. It is like 6:15 and I'm being quiet because everyone else is asleep. Okay, here we go. First question, why is it that judges scoring a dive don't watch the replays, especially the slowed down replays, before giving it a score? That's a very good question, and I don't exactly know why that is, because there's lots of sports that have switched to that, but I know that with diving you watch it and you give your score. It's kind of like almost like, there's lots of different elements to the score, but it's very much like you give it a score based on how you feel the diver did. But when you look at slow motion replays, you can pick up a lot of flaws within diving, so you will see the scores dramatically decrease, I would think, because, you know, in super slow motion you can see like how one foot might be not pointed for like half a second or whatever. So I think keeping it the way it is good. I think there should be, you know, maybe someone or something there to make sure that there isn't just any clearly wrong scoring, but other than that, yeah, that's why. Getting lots of people saying that Lance and I should make gingerbread houses. Now that would be fun, although it would be pure chaos, I'd imagine. This is another good question. When alone on the platform, why are you diving from one side and not from the middle? Do you have a preferred side? That's a very good question. It is very different standing in the middle and standing on the side. Mainly, obviously I have to stand on the side for synchro so we don't hit each other, but if you stand in the on the side and you're training synchro regularly, the spots that you see when you're spinning around are very different, so you kind of get used to standing on that side. And if, I think the thing is, in training, 85% of my dives I do are in synchro, so when I'm on my own I just stay there, just because that way I'm totally used to and comfortable with diving on that side. Instead of answering a question for this last one, I think I need to decide what Lance and I are going to try and attempt to bake. There's lots of different things being suggested: sticky toffee pudding, hazelnut cinnamon rolls, gingerbread houses, a Yule log. Another interesting diving question. From watching, it appears as though the springboard diving would be much more difficult than diving from the platform. Do you find that to be true, and what are the best things and worst things about each? Now, they're two very different disciplines. I feel like they're almost similar to like high jump, long jump. You know, that they're similar, but they're very different. Platform, you have way less platform divers because it is a lot more taxing on your body when you hit the water. It is also a lot scarier, so lots of springboard divers won't go up onto 10 meter. But you're right in the fact that springboard is a lot more technical, so the board obviously doesn't move on platform, so if you're slightly off balance or whatever it is, then it can throw you off massively. But again, both take a lot of practice, and both are very different. One's slightly scarier, one's less scary, but it's slightly, but once you're in the air, it's the same. It's just launching off the board of a platform is extremely scary, and launching off of a springboard, you have to time it so that you don't clunk the board and then fall in, basically. My top comment might have just decided what we're going to make. I've got an idea for a baking competition. You and Lance make the same thing, but Robbie has to choose who is the best. Now that's fun. That sounds fun. Oh, and even the second comment, decorate a gingerbread house. And you also want to see my Christmas decorations, which I'll do in the next video. Maybe closer to Christmas we'll do some gingerbread. But do we make the house ourselves, or do we get a house kit and like decorate it, and that's the exciting bit? We'll figure it out. I'm going to see how hard it is to make gingerbread, but I can't imagine we make gingerbreads to be able to make a house. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I know it's a little bit longer than my usual video, but you know, there was a lot going on. In terms of diving, it's all been going really well. So there'll be more diving videos next week, so don't you worry. Peace out. Bye. Oh, we can still see me.